Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to California Memorial Stadium on a wet day here in Berkeley. Today we've got some live MCLA lacrosse action between two powerhouses of the WCLL. It's the California Golden Bears versus the Cal Poly Mustangs. Cal comes into this game on the back of a 12-11 win over Santa Barbara in their home opener last weekend, where they dominated the run of play but had trouble finding the back of the net. And for Cal Poly, it's a away game season opener against their arch rival, and the first time they see the field in a competitive match since Cal snatched the divisional crown away from them last May in Rohnert Park. I'm Taylor Chadwick, and alongside me in the booth today is my former Cal Lacrosse teammate and longtime friend, Nick Sheehan. Nick, welcome, and any thoughts on the game today?
Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, first I just want to say, added energy, just a whole nother element of excitement here with this WCLL matchup. Quickly just honing in on some keys for success for the Bears at shooting. You said it yourself, Taylor. Couldn't really find the back of the net. Gaucho goalie had 28 saves. And then the face-off X. We've got Kit Stoddard returning from injury. He's a real key for success for the Bears. On the Cal Poly side, I was speaking with Coach DeBreu. He wanted to really control the ball, keep it out of the hands of this high-powered Bears offense, and then ride hard. Get those attackmen and defensive middies riding, try to get the ball going their way.
And we are underway in here at Berkeley. It's Cal Poly who wins the initial face-off but have lost the ball since. We've got a scrap near the top of the box and is controlled by the Mustangs.
Yeah, some key players to watch in today's matchup. One of them on the Cal Poly side, you're going to see who just had the ball, number 9, AJ Gorales, a veteran offensive player, really a scoring threat for the Mustangs. On the Cal side, we've got number 7, Jake Lombardo. He's a junior attackman and really the quarterback of this Cal offense, scoring 3 goals last week and 2 assists. You'll definitely see a lot of action from him.
That's right. Cal Poly getting settled into their first attack of the day. This is number 22, Sam Gilayev. Good show there by junior defenseman Zach Shore to force the move along. Josh Chen on the defense now, and the shot's gone jarred loose, and I think it will be called a shot by the referees, and Cal Poly will maintain possession.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Kit Stoddard returning from injury. That's going to be a big momentum builder for the Bears. But on the other side of the X, we've got Ryan Brown for the Mustangs. I was talking with Coach Webster, and they're going to really key on him, mentioning he's a very scrappy player with ground balls and at the face-off X. So it'll be interesting to see who's kind of going to win the day at the face-off X.
Got an early discussion between the officials here. I think it might be a discussion about the shot clock. We've got some new rules this year which are sure to cause some disturbances and disruptions in the gameplay. We'll explain those in a moment. But the ball remains with Cal Poly. 11 to shoot for them. They do find their attackman there, and it's gone wide. Shot clock will not reset, but it's the Bears who chase the ball anyways, and it's a turnover. To get into those new shot clock rules, when a team comes into possession, they'll have 80 seconds to put a shot on the cage and 20 to get it across the midline. So by the time that clock reads 60, you'll need to have the ball over the line. Do not need to possess it over. The ball just must be over like so. Cal controls. That is Jake Pistotnik.
Really a jack of all trades, number 16, Jacob Stocknick, is. You'll see him switching from attack and midfield. Really the goal for Coach Webster is just keep him on the field, right? He's a really big offensive threat, great shot, so we'll see a lot of 16 today.
That's right. That's a careless turnover by Cal, which probably has turned into a careless turnover by Cal Poly, and some messy action here early on in the rain. That's number 12, Matt Dixon, controlling out onto his teammate Rusty McDonough. Look, he might be going right away here. He's sizing it up, but he's elected to move it behind.
Rusty McDonough, an absolute tremendous asset to have on the defensive side. Defensive midi from San Ignatius. We'll see a lot of him dean up kind of the number 1 guy up top for the Mustangs.
That's right. Him and Matt Dixon are quite a pair on the defensive midfield side. There's a high shot and goal by Cal. That's Michael Bellas, number 14, the sophomore, and Cal's on the board first here. Just to dodge out of nowhere, no slide came, and he just decided to rip it, and he puts it in the top right corner. 1-0 Cal.
Love to see that early lead for the Cal Bears. Big lefty shot there from Bellas. A natural lefty. You'll see some big shots on man up and coming from him from that left side.
So the Bears do take an early lead, similar to how they did last weekend. They jumped out to a 5-2 lead, which they could not control and ended up facing a very close game in the last minutes of the game. Let's see how they react this time, getting off to an early lead. Cal Poly wins the faceoff for a second time against Stoddard and have some fast break opportunities here. Here's the shot, and Cal Poly answers quickly. That is Corrales. That is their attackman, and they've answered quickly, 1-1.
The Cal Poly sideline going absolutely bonkers after that goal. As I said, whole nother level of energy for today's game. Really a rivalry at heart between the Bears and the Mustangs. Long time in the making. So
absolutely.
We're going to see a lot of energy and emotion in this one.
Corrales never one to hide his emotion either. He was animated after that goal, and he's excited to get back into the competitive scene here after a year-long hiatus, a sojourn of sorts in the mountains of San Luis Obispo.
Yes.
It's a scrap for this ground ball, but it is corralled by Cal. That's Gillespie, the long stick, but he's checked behind, and it is a turnover, and Cal Poly might snatch some early momentum here after the Cal opener. Controlled in the midfield here. He's faced by splits to Cal attackman, and Cal Poly's onto the offensive attack. Looks to have an early go at McDonough, but nothing there. And they'll go at McDonough again. Slide drawn by Finn Mayer.
Good trail check by Rusty
great ground ball by Micah Grimm, but he's lost it. Got a call here. I think it's playing without a stick.
The Cal Poly coaching staff is not happy with that call.
The result is the same. Cal maintains. They'll get their subs on here, but McDonough might just fancy it.
Yeah, Taylor, I'm not sure I agree with that call there. The stick of Micah Grimm was dethroned from his hands and was just kind of in the way there. Not sure what the call in the field was, but
phantom of sorts, but Cal will take it. That's Jake Lombardo who's barreled through there while setting the screen, and we've got a cut here. That's saved by the goalie Epstein, who's had a fantastic game in this stadium once in his career already, and he's off to an all right start here. Cal Poly looks to clear again.
You'll see long stick midi Nate DeGroat for the Cal Bears just got on the field, number 5. Originally a short stick midi and a very viable offensive weapon for the Cal Bears. Webster wanted to move some things around. Really just an all-around great athlete DeGroat is. So they needed to fill a hole at the LSM position, and Nate has stepped in great so far.
That's right. He's one of those players where he just has the athletic abilities where you put him anywhere on the field and he's going to make a difference. And this year they decided that was in the long stick midfield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Bears running a two long stick midi system, making sure those guys are fresh.
There's Zach Shore showing a slide but doesn't do it. Josh Chen now defending from behind, wearer of the Doug Shuto Memorial jersey.
Mm-hmm. Very, very high honor here for the Bears wearing the number 4 jersey.
And representing it well there, he held his own. A dodge from up top now. Cal Poly running in a 1-4-1 of sorts, and a shot comes in. It's wide. They'll maintain possession. 14 to shoot here for the Mustangs. They must put it on Cage and force a save from Beatty. Five to shoot now. They've got to make something happen. You might just see one shucked in here. That's wide. That's going to be a turnover. And the officials have ruled shot clock violation, ball to the Bears.
Another element just added to the game, having that shot clock in the back of your mind. It's not only speeding up the game, but it's changing how offenses operate.
Absolutely. You'll see teams no longer able to rest on their laurels once coming into a couple-goal lead here, and a lot more action, really, in the gameplay and the flow of the game overall. So a welcome change of sorts. Here's Matt Dixon. He's got some room to work with. Moves it behind. And it's passed back in, and that's a goal for the Bears out of almost nothing. Cal Poly just lacks on the crease, and a quick stick goal there.
That's number 32, Jack Ronan, freshman midfielder.
Yeah, and he's psyched. 2-1 Bears.
2-1 Bears.
A good response there after a brief show of momentum by the Mustangs that Cal's able to respond and get a quick goal of their own. Not let this game get into a run of any sort of play in the Mustangs' favor so far. Interesting to see the face-off game here after Cal Poly's won the first two. And it's controlled Cal Poly's way again, but the ground ball is still loose.
Mustangs are going to win that
and
one.
It'll go the way of Cal Poly. DeGroat's confused by the call. Don't think there was any malice in that, just didn't understand what the ruling had been. And it's into the Cal Poly offensive end. Neither team wasting their time here. They're dodging early, dodging often. And they seem to like this matchup behind with 97 Doug Gosselin on Josh Chen, but they've gone away from it here. There's a slide by the Bears. That's number 5, DeGroat. He comes up a little limping. Have to watch that. And another dodge from the midfield on a tight angle shot. That's off the pipe, I think. Some early pressure here on this possession by the Mustangs. They've reset the shot clock, 70 to shoot here, so they've counted that as a shot on goal. And it's Gosselin again on Chen. He's off the pipe.
Nifty dodge back there by Gosselin.
And Gosselin's been clearly given the license by the Cal Poly coaching staff to have it go there for Max. That's his 4th or 5th dodge today already.
A very precarious position for a defenseman to be stepping over the back of the cage while the attackman is going to goal.
Nick Sheehan would be one to understand the treachery involved with the pulls there. He's done that to many a pull in his time. It's Cal on the offensive end here. This is the second line midfield who Coach Webster wanted to see some more offense out of this week. Senior Cameron Lopez here with the ball. Pistotnik's looking for it high, but he's eventually covered. Long sticks stayed on here. It is Zach Shore, actually. And turnover carelessly by the Bears.
Yeah, one thing the Bears are not short of or lack is depth here. They've got a deep roster, and Webster has high expectations for every single player on that bench. So, he's expecting that second and third line to produce for them.
That's right. I think we've got the second line here for Cal Poly as well. That's Ben Grassman with the ball from Bellarmine in San Jose. It seems they've been going with a 1-4-1 so far today offensively, Nick. Have you noticed that too?
Yep. They're definitely stacking the crease, trying to look for, they know California Golden Bears goalie Nick Beatty is very confident from those far out shots, so they're really going to look to feed the crease and get high percentage shots on number 24.
Speaking of high percentage shots, that was not one of them fading away there by the Cal Poly attack, and that's an easy save by Beatty, and he started some momentum the other way. Webster calling for fuel here. He'll want to reset the offense and have a controlled possession. It's 20 Brendan Cook with the ball. And it is the ones who reemerge for the Bears, along with goal scorer today, Bellas. Cook will have the dodge, though. He might have some looks. He's going to find Bellas. The ball's tipped, and the ball's loose on the ground. Body's going to ground. And that's corralled expertly by Matt Dixon. A great ground ball to maintain possession for the Bears. 30 to shoot.
Number 2, Miles Rosberg.
Rosberg had a handful of goals last weekend versus Santa Barbara. But it'll be Bellash again here, sweeping over the top with that left hand. Lombardo with a dangerous pass into Rosberg, and the ball's checked free. Great check by the Cal Poly defenseman there, and it's going the other way.
It's number 19, Ben Biggers. Great check.
Great check, just when Rosberg looked like he might have had some room to shoot. Some messy passes in the clear by the Mustangs, but they're through. Might get some offense from it right here, but no. Matt Dixon will be taken from behind, but competent enough. That's 22 as a look. Looking for that top left corner, not quite there from Sangaleev.
Apologies. Number 12, Lusugo, was the defender on that check. Rosberg hustles off to get the D-midi on. Good display of hustle there.
Acrobatic shot there by 97 Gosselin, but it does not go. Interference called there on the Bears. We'll stay with Cal Poly after Gillespie thought he had corralled it from the ground. And they're in that 1-4-1 again here, Nick.
Cal Poly Mustangs definitely controlling the ball here, possession-wise, that is.
It's a show from the adjacent shot by Josh Chen. Caught out of position a bit, but recovers well. And they'll reset here. It'll be a wing dodge now.
Nifty shovel there to Corrales.
That's Finn Mayer on the defensive work. What a pass by Corrales. And he's caught the streaking midfielder, Ryan Flaherty, the freshman, for a goal there. An expert cut, but an even better pass by Corrales in Cal Poly's level, 2-2.
Great vision to see that cutter and find him. Pretty impressive pass there. Kind of across his body. Caught the Cal defense sleeping a little bit.
That's not even a half second. That's a half second of most of ball watching by whatever Cal defenseman's guarding him there, and Corrales was quick to capitalize. That's a fantastic pass, to say the least.
Kit gets the face off.
Stoddard with his first win of the day, but has lost it in trying to create a fast break opportunity. Some early turnovers from the Bears will not be a theme Webster's excited about. As we come up on 3 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Can the Cal Ride come up with something here? Pistotnik gets a body check on. And with literally a second to spare, Cal Poly's over the line.
Bears pressing pretty far out here. I know that's a strategy of new defensive coach Will Young, former Notre Dame defenseman. As many of you may know, former Cal defensive coach Paul Jepson is now the head coach at Stanford University. Big shoes to fill, but from what I've heard around the team and the coaching staff, Will Young is doing a great job so far.
That's right. And a big win for Coach Jepson in his first game of with Stanford over Santa Barbara in overtime last weekend. So congrats to him as well. There's DeGroat defending the Cal Poly attack here. That is Corrales. He's got another great pass off and saved well by Beatty. That's number 3, Dominic Tragesser. Cal Poly looks to go again quickly.
I'm seeing a lot of wing dodges from Cal Poly, and once again, that just comes back to my point, wanting to get feeds to the crease. When you're dodging from a wing, in an ideal situation, you're receiving a pass to the crease looking at the goal. Versus a pass from up top. So
it's a much harder angle for a defensive midfielder to take, honestly, on those wing dodges. Mm-hmm. Fresh clock here for the Mustangs. And it's that 1-4-1 look again. Mayer on the slide has caused some trouble here, and he's jarred the ball loose off the pass. Credit to Mayer for causing the pressure that led to the miscue. Five seconds now for the Bears to get it over, and Chen does find his man. Good composure there by the Bears on the ride to not panic with short time. And they'll get their subs in here. Second line again out there. That's 27, Matt Keeney receiving the ball. Left the game last weekend for Santa Barbara after taking a check under his helmet and couldn't stop the bleeding on his teeth, had to go to the ER, but back out today. That's an early shot in the possession by Cameron Lopez, the senior. Saved well low by Epstein.
Number 27, Matt Keeney, second-line midfielder, very, very explosive dodger. Looked for him to be responsible for drawing that first slide. Got a great right-to-left split that I'm sure we'll see a couple times today.
Yeah. .34 Ryan Flaherty now moves the ball to the back.
30 seconds left in the quarter.
Shot clock is off. Good initial dodge there. They're moving it along. That is a look, and that is a goal. Garales again on good movement there by Cal Poly. They take it down the right side, draw the slide, bang it back quickly, and Garales is there with the step down, and he's able to put it past Beatty. That's 3-2 to the Mustangs.
A tremendous offense. That's exactly what you want to see out of your offense. Draw the slide, pass it to the backside, and you've got a wide open shot from about 5-5.
Absolutely textbook. That's correct.
And you got your guy. You got your guy who you want to shooting it too. So, goal for AJ Garales. That's going to be a tough one to save for Nick Beatty.
That's right, and I'm sure Cal Poly was looking to get Garales back into their game plan quickly after him being away from it so long, and they've done that here successfully in the first quarter. Violation by the Mustangs, and Cal will have 23 seconds to make something happen here at the end of the first. Don't expect to see that LSM vacating. He does. And Cook trying to come up with something, throws it into the ground. 5 to play here. And that's going to wrap it up for the first quarter here. Cal strikes first. Cal Poly with some good answers, and AJ Garales is back, and he is playing well. 3-2 Cal Poly after 1. We're back here for the start of the second quarter. Teams switch sides of the fields. Cal Poly leading 3-2 after 1. It's Kate Stoddard out in the faceoff wing again for the Bears. 1-1 late in the first quarter after a couple losses in the draw early on. But that is taken by the Mustangs, and they've got some offense here. He might try and go all the way. Great save by Beatty in the low shot. And he's got the ground ball as well. If he can get that pass across midfield, he's got an offensive break opportunity with Mayer. Mayer will settle for taking the ground ball. McDonough now. Looking for some fast breaks opportunity with Gillespie there, but he's thrown it away. That'll be a frustrating one for the Bears.
The Bears wanting to do a much better job controlling the ball this quarter. Percentage heavily in the Mustangs' favor so far. That was not the answer.
Webster was not thrilled after that turnover there, but they might be able to get the ball back themselves here on the ride. And they do. That's Brendan Cook with the ground ball after some good ride pressure from the Bears. And I'm sure he's just going to like to set this one up and get the midfield out there. Lombardo now. On to Bellas. Dixon with a great split. And now Bellas, the goal scorer, takes it with his right, moves it along quickly. That's Cook looking back towards Lombardo. And he only needs an inch of space to get something off there, and he's missed narrowly.
That's the look that the Cal Bears want, though. Jake Lombardo, a very effective finisher on the crease. Sure he wants that one back. Would have been an acrobatic goal, but...
Rosberg now with the step down. That's right into the breadbasket of Epstein.
We've really come to expect those acrobatic goals from number 7, the crafty attackman.
Zach Levitan now under pressure from Dixon and DeGroat. They both tag team up for a turnover there. And it's down on the wing to Postotnik. Bears with some good rides here early. They're not making it easy. Dixon does have room here if he wants it. He's found Cook instead. He takes a hit and misses just wide. Ball will stay with the Bears.
Cook known to take that one more step, really risking the body to get that high percentage shot in front of the crease. That's what you saw right there.
He's got the physique to do that for sure. He's a unit. Good possession here by the Bears so far. Let's see if they can make something of it. Rosberg again, driving down the right alley. Draws the slide onto Cook. Postotnik now. Dixon is getting by his men with ease so far today. Bellas draws another slide. Rosberg. Good look, but not controlled well.
I'd like to see Rosberg move that one more to Dixon on the backside and get a redodge. It seems that the Bears are going for that home run pass a lot here early on.
That's a double skip. Griff Hoblitzel comes up with the ground ball in the clear there. Number 99 on the Cal Poly defense. And there's Garales will commandeer the Cal Poly attack from high up in the midfield.
A young first line of middies, all sophomores, I believe, for the Cal Bears. It'll be exciting to see that team of 3 grow over the coming years and be very successful. They've already been very successful for the Bears, so excited to see what they can do in the coming years in this season.
Mayer now taking the post-up dodge from Garales. Bothers the shot a little bit and forces it wide. Ball will stay with the Mustangs.
Mayer's got his handful today, locked in on number 9, Garales.
And the chances he's had to take him head on, though, without being caught late on an approach, he's done well so far, I think. Josh Chen trapped behind the cage now, and that's an acrobatic shot again by Gosselin. But it's gone wide, and the Bears are first to the ball there.
I was always a big fan of that backhanded shot. Being a righty myself, when I went to my left, I always sometimes felt that it'd be more impactful to increase your angle with a backhanded right shot.
It's the second time we've seen Gosselin go to that today already.
Not to mention it looks pretty cool, too.
It does.
Really a pioneer in these sorts of...
DeGroat's got some offense here. He might step down. Elects for one more to Lombardo. And another long skip pass. That time it does come off.
Postotnik wants that one back.
That's right.
As I was saying, just a pioneer in these backhanded and more crafty, creative shots was number 4 from Albany, Lyle Thompson. Recently graduated 2 or 3 years ago from University of Albany. we're seeing it a lot more from college players in the game today.
Lopez is trying a triple team, moves it on to Keeney. Another attempted skip pass there, right into some Cal Poly sticks. Ball's on the ground, and Cook takes one right in the back. Can't imagine that'll go uncalled.
There's an off-ball penalty on the crease, it looked like. Some extracurriculars, if you may.
It's going to be a violation called here against the Mustangs. And the Bears are going the man-up offense.
They've got a minute here. Be interested to see kind of what look they get. Some key players to watch here. Once again, Bellis on that wing with that big lefty shot. And number 16, Jake Pasnotnik, is always dangerous with a hard outside shot. So I'm sure they'll be looking to get it to one of them too.
Some more shot clock confusions, which are inevitable with the new rules this early in the year. Cal's got time here, they'll use it. Lombardo has a step, and that's high and tight and in. Jake Lombardo with the early goal in the man-up offense. Just buries it above Epstein's right shoulder. 3-3.
Great placement there by number 7.
Cal did not need much of that minute on the EMO to make a result out of it.
And it looks like we've got the fight song ringing, the Cal fight song ringing through Memorial Stadium.
No band in sight, though.
No band in sight.
Face-off X has been pretty even so far. Let's see what Stoddard can come up with this time. His draw side wing is unguarded, but Cal Poly wins it clean.
And there's Ryan Brown with the win.
Possession's called, so 12 is allowed to leave his box. And a nifty move by Lou Sugo. And Cal attackman flying all over the pace on that attempted ride.
Cal Poly defense has looked very strong. The close defensive pulls particular.
Comfortable with the ball as well.
Mm-hmm. Cal mostly initiating from the midfield.
Grassman here will take it high. McDonough holds well, but a tight look.
Wow, great slide
That is too
there.
much room to give, but a great late slide by Josh Chen is going to be called for a push in the back, I believe.
We've got laundry on the field, folks. Great slide there by number 4, Josh Chen. Unfortunately, got called for what looked like the aftermath of the push. That's going to get him, I believe, a minute.
I think that's a penalty he'll be happy to take given the circumstances upon which the Mustang attackman received the ball. He was in acres to shoot there from very close range. And now Cal Poly's turn on the man-up offense. Cal will not guard the man behind.
Cal Poly in the 2-3-1. They're going to look to push aside from X.
Probably, yes.
Get the defense moving.
Here comes some high pressure there. Cal is elected to ambush.
I like that move there. Really kind of kills the Cal Poly momentum on swinging the ball, allowing some of the Cal defenders to get back into the hole.
It did seem to throw the Mustangs out of their set rhythm there. Now an official timeout again.
Cal Poly has a nice representation in the crowd today. Some alumni and parents made the trek up to Berkeley, California for this historic rivalry.
The games in Memorial always seem to draw the away crowds and also the energy from the away team even. You always get the away team's best game in this stadium. Still some logistics to be worked out here at the scoring table. Unsure of the disruption up here.
Yeah, previous scorers table veteran, if you may, Brian McCone, has been at the helm for a long time, couple years. I know he recently stepped down and passed the torch on, so those are big shoes to fill in its own right. Shout out Brian McCone.
Not an easy job, especially with the new rules this year. I'm sure Brian is happy to be watching, not from the score table.
We've lucked out a little bit with the weather. It looks to have cleared up. Let's see if we can stay dry for the rest of the afternoon.
I would say that's an unlikely proposition.
All right, and we're back to playing lacrosse.
After that's been worked out, Cal Poly immediately goes onto the attack. 54 seconds still remain on the penalty. And a good look there. It's just not controlled. Bodies flying. And Cal Poly is going to try and capitalize on this unsettled opportunity, and they will. Beatty had a beat on it low, but just creeps by him. And that's another goal for the Mustangs. 4-3.
Growlis with the bounce shot from straight up top. That's going to be his second on the day, I believe.
That's his third. It's a hat trick for Growlis early, if that is indeed him on the goal. Has not missed a step, it appears, AJ Growlis. Stoddard again for the Bears. That's Gillespie at the long pole position. Dixon on the short stick wing. And another clean win.
Growlis is going to want to go here. He's feeling the hot hand.
Willing to play with one hand, too, there, you can see. Be interesting to see if Webster elects on the next faceoff to try something new. The attackman, Jake Pistonik, is also a very skilled faceoff and Fogo in his earlier time with the Bears in his freshman year. But his contributions in the attack end are also very valued, so it'll not be a decision Webster wants to make, but one he may be forced into. They still have Stoddard locked in here on defense.
Looks like the Mustangs are pretty comfortable having Ryan Brown dodge.
They want to keep Stoddard on the field, and they're going at him right now. Late approach there from behind, and they have a good shot on hand, and that's another goal by the Mustangs.
Bears may want a timeout here to slow things down. The Cal Poly sideline going berserk here in Berserkly, if you may. Cal's going to really want to slow this one down a little bit.
I think that's number 18, Mitch Stickney, with the goal. Another bouncer past Beatty. The last two have been of that sort. And that is Pistotnik, who you'll see trotting out for the face-off X for the Bears this time. No timeout taken by Webster unless he's milking it, which he often does.
You called it, Taylor. You've got 16 at the X. A young Tony Romo of your own here.
Not quite.
Predicting subsequent plays.
And with Pistotnik here, you can see they've come to lock the far wing on the draw side instead of defending the fast break. And there's a Bears win. McDonough has it. Lombardo will elect to keep, probably wisely. Cal needs a possession here. A minute left till we're halfway through the first quarter. Or second quarter, excuse me. And the ones will be out on the field for the Bears.
Looks like they bumped Bellis down to attack. We'll see if he remains there or if Pistotnik and Bellis are switching.
It's Cook with a hard drive there. He's got Lombardo. And there's another goal for Larry the Lobster. Another early cut and an easy feed. You give him an inch of space, he'll take it, and he will score. The Bears are back within one. A great answer for the Bears to win that faceoff and take that possession and score. And Pistotnik will trot right back to the faceoff X to hopefully continue the momentum.
Brendan Cook having a good bit of success back there at the X, drawing the slide and with his eyes up. You know, that's always the key. You can have a tremendous dodger, but if he doesn't have the vision and the will to keep his eyes up, you know, not too much good. So great play by Cook there to find Jake Lombardo on the crease.
Some frustration displayed by the Cal Poly faceoff man. Seemed to just be taking a piece out of Pistotnik there. A clear violation, and it'll go the way of the Bears. And another chance for the officials to talk some things over here. Not just early in the season for the teams, early in the season for the refs too. Unsure of the ruling, but it did seem to fire up the Cal bench a bit. Dixon will go right at the defense.
Yeah, Dixon loves that right to left split.
He seems to move with a different fluidity than the rest of the players in the field, but it's to great effect. And he's created offense here. The defense is hung on Lombardo. He can go either way he wants. He's gone up high to Bellas. Doesn't look much is going to come of it. Cal reset. Plenty of time to play. Bellas Dixon sets a screen. And his shot did not seem to be coming from much, but it just creeps past that left post.
Two-man with Lombardo and Cook.
And they've elected
Lombardo's
a double
got
off it. He gets it free. Opportunities here.
Ooh. Good movement there by the Bears, starting with the two-man game behind with Lombardo and Cook.
Right.
Moving up to Bellas. And feeding the crease. Good look.
They'll play that game again. Lombardo sizing up his man. And he's right by him. There comes the slide.
Junior defenseman Jack Tunney.
Pistotnik's got room, and he scores.
That's going to fire up the Bears there. Snuck that one in. It looked like it bounced off Epstein's
going to be
shin.
furious. He did not corral that one, but fact of the matter remains, you give Pistotnik that time and room, he's going to score more often than not. That's a mistake by the Cal Poly D, and we're level at 5.
Once again, it's Pistotnik at the X against Ryan Brown. Cal shooting looking pretty good in comparison to last week's game against UC Santa Barbara, where they had 12 goals on a whopping 58 shots. As I mentioned, a lot of those did not go in due to the two-time All-American Gaucho goalie just playing on his head, but also a lot were ricochets off pipes. So the Cal Bears definitely looking to have a better percentage, and so far they've done so.
It's Nick Sando on the dodge there for the Mustangs. Takes one right in the back, and that's an obvious flag. And Cal Poly's going to get the ground ball, too, to play on this man-up opportunity. The Bears will just want to get the ball to bounce. Instead, the Cal Poly attack have a man-up opportunity, and Garales is going to step, and Garales is going to score from long range, but time and room, and he's put his fourth in the goal today for the Cal Poly Mustangs already. The flag will be waved off, I believe, but Cal Poly remains up 6-5. And they may have awoken a beast of sorts in A.J. Garales. He is prolific so far today. Be back to Stoddard at the faceoff X. He'll face his opposite number 26, Joe Johnson. 5 minutes remain in the half, 6-5 Mustangs. We've got a good one in our hands here in Berkeley. Expected nothing less, really. McDonough wins that one clean. Stoddard wins that one clean to McDonough. And now Dixon. Seeing a lot of time on the field today so far, Matt Dixon. Rosberg with the wing dodge. He's got an early draw here. Pistotnik fading.
Brendan Cook has a short stick midfielder on him. Oh, they got the switch. That would have been a good match to exploit.
Looking to step, and that's saved by Epstein. He saw it all the way high. Cal Poly looks for transition opportunities now. Dixon's on the case.
Good double there.
Fantastic ride by the Bears.
Great hustle by Bellas.
Dixon is scrapping hard as well as Bellas, but Cal Poly comes up with it. 2 Cal defenders really on the spot, no one else helping, and Cal Poly is able to hound around the ball and take it.
Great hustle by Bellas to have shot that shot and then hustle to get that double team. Unfortunately, it doesn't come up.
That's right.
With a turnover, but definitely some disruption.
Believed he was able to get himself off the field, though, so some fresh legs on the defensive midfield side. Dixon is still out there, but is a competent defenseman himself. Gillespie now on defense. And I believe we have a timeout taken here by the Mustangs with 3:30 remaining. As the rain has started to come down here again in Berkeley, like we predicted. 6-5 Mustangs with 3:30 left in the half. Cal Poly takes the ball from the left side out of the timeout. As the last Cal defenseman finds his way into the field. We 50 to shoot. And another delay here. And we're underway. That's 28. Ben Grassman will take it high from the 1-4-1 again. Cal Poly disguising that look. He's got it behind, and he has a step on him. Well defended by Josh Chen. Gorales moves it along here.
I think we can contribute a lot of Cal Poly's early offensive success, just the amount of movement they're doing. Every dodge I'm seeing all 6 players moving somewhere.
Right.
And I think it's, I think that might have hit the pipe.
I think that's off Beatty and then off the pipe there on some early offense there from the Mustangs in this possession. The clock will reset. They will count that as a save. And a post-up move here by
strong slide from
Gosselin, but a great slide by Zach Shore puts him way off course. Gorales from the midfield now moves it along to the back left side. Screen game. Josh Chen switches onto the ball.
Zach Shore returning from a very unfortunate ACL injury last season. Doesn't look like he's lost any step here.
No, and
you'll see that leg brace on his left knee. Never want to see anybody go down with something like that, but he's proven to return stronger than ever.
Grassman's wing dodge was well defended by McDonough, but he lost it on the clear. Cal Poly going the other way, and now it's taken back by the Bears. Beatty's out of his cage. He's looking upfield.
There's Zach Shore again.
Another great play in desperation mode almost on the fast break from the Bears. And now the backside look is to Lombardo, but he is going to wisely elect to take a second here. And it's going to be Cal's timeout this time taken.
What do you think Coach Webster draws up here, Taylor?
I don't know, Nick. As the offensive player at Cal, I think that's more suited for you to answer.
Yeah, certainly. I would love to see Brendan Cook coming from behind. A very consistent player from the perspective that he doesn't have a lot of turnovers. Cal needs to get a good shot here on goal. I'd love to see him go from behind, potentially some two-man game with Jake Lombardo, then look to kind of redodge up top from either Dixon or Pastotnik or Bellis, any of the three, kind of from a redodge, have the Cal Poly defense drawn low after the attack dodge, and then have some room up top for the middies to go to work.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm sure Cal Poly will have an idea of how they want to match this. I wouldn't surprise to be 7-1 shut off here with 1:40 left remaining in the half. They'll be looking to get the ball themselves and probably use the timeout of their own. 64 with the Bears to shoot, so they can take it down to about 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Let's see who the Bears send out. It is that first line. Looks like Matt Keeney.
Keeney will find his way into the first line via Rosberg, Dixon, Keeney at midfield with Pastotnik, Lombardo, and Cook. And it'll be Lombardo to start with it on the bottom right. Let's see how quickly the Bears get into their set play. Is it a zone here by the Mustangs?
It may be. It looks like they are running.
I think so.
Zone.
Talking to Webster earlier in the week, he did predict a zone would be thrown at them at some point. And Keeney's inclusion in this line may reflect that. 30 to shoot. Certainly is a zone. And there's a good look backside, and it's buried.
What a pass from Keeney.
A great pass from Keeney. And his inclusion in that lineup out of the timeout has totally paid off for Coach Ned Webster. 6-6 here with a minute to play. Fantastic look down to the backside pipe, and all that had to be done was to be tucked away. And we've got a good one here in Berkeley. Max Scott works his way onto the long stick wing here for the Bears.
Great job by Cal Bears offense to recognize the zone early in possession, make the right adjustments. Obviously, I'm not sure if the offense was expecting that, but they sure reacted well. Senior long stick midi Max Scott on the field now. Terrific, outstanding person off the field, and a pretty darn good player on the field as well.
Really has progressed in his 4 years with the Bears for sure.
Actually started as a goalie.
That is correct. I didn't even remember that.
Player out of La Jolla, California.
30 to play. Dixon, and a nifty move and swim move through the midfield. He's given Cal a chance here with 20 to play, and Webster's going to take that as a chance to call his last time out of the half and really to give the Bears a chance to take some huge momentum into the locker room. 21.4 to play. Shot clock off. Bears ball.
Taylor, I know it's wet out here and it's coming down, but boy, that man is swimming.
Dixon, like I said earlier, just tends to move at a different pace than the other players in the field, and he can really send you the wrong way, whether it's with his swim moves, his split dodges, or even his MJ moves, as Coach Webster likes to call them. He's a really shifty player to guard from the midfield.
Legend has it that he was born with a lacrosse stick in his hand, in his crib. Hasn't dropped it since.
Interesting fact indeed, Nick. Let's see the line Webster sends out there. It's going to be Dixon, Rosberg, and Bellas in the midfield with those same three core attackmen, Pastotnik, Cook, Lombardo. 21 to shoot. We'll expect to see the Bears use all of that here.
appears that Cal Poly has abandoned the zone, and now they're pressing out a good bit. Or are they packing it in now?
They switch this double team here. They do not.
Bears electing to go with a big little situation here.
10 to play now.
It's called.
And that's a step down shot by Dixon right into the stick of Epstein, who's just going to launch it downfield. And that should do it for the half here. It is picked up and will go easily into the stick of Beatty. The score remains 6-6 after one half here in Berkeley. A well-fought game between the two teams, quite even. 17 shots for the Bears, 14 for the Mustangs. A.J. Gorales with several goals so far, and a Cal attack has been balanced but deadly at times. We'll be back for the second half shortly.
defensive midi from San Ignatius. We'll see a lot of him D'ing up kind of the #1 guy up top for the Mustangs.
That's right. Him and Matt Dixon are quite a pair on the defensive midfield side. There's a high shot and goal by Cal. Cal Poly wins the faceoff for a second time against Stoddard and have some fast break opportunities here. Here's the shot, and Cal Poly answers quickly. That is a welcome change of sorts. Here's Matt Dixon. He's got some room to work with. Moves it behind. And it's passed back in, and that's a goal for the Bears. That's Finn Mayer on the defensive work. What a pass by Garales.
Left in the quarter.
Shot clock is off. Good initial dodge there. They're moving it along. That is a look, and that is a goal. Cal's got time here. They'll use it. Lombardo has a step, and that's high and tight and in. Donna holds well, but a tight look.
Wow, great slide.
That is too much room to give, but a great late slide by Josh Chen is going to be called. Not controlled. Bodies flying, and Cal Poly is going to try and capitalize on this unsettled opportunity, and they will. Late approach there from behind, and they have a good shot on hand, and that's another goal by the Mustangs.
Nick and Bellis are switching.
An early mistake here by the Bears. They stepped over on the face-off. They got an offsides call going against them, so they'll play with 7 men until the ball's played dead, which it is just now. So Cal Poly going to man-up offense to start the second half. That's a offside violation on Jake Postotnik. 30 seconds.
And then for Cal Poly, continuing to work hard between the lines. It seems like they're winning the ground ball war. That just contributes to that possession discrepancy and difference between the Bears and the Mustangs. So continuing to work hard between the lines and then just continued movement on offense is going to result in more success for that Cal Poly offense.
And they've got another man-up opportunity here. 20 seconds left. Garales. Now Galeev. Took the pressure from Shore and did not control it well. That's a turnover forced by the pressure from Zach Shore. An excellent play to recognize and called and scripted by the Cal defense there to force the turnover on the man-up opportunity for the Mustangs.
Cal Poly's going to press out here.
Yeah, they're going to ride down. Nick Beatty's trying to streak, and it's taken right away from Mayer. The penalty is released, but the Mustangs have the ball back, and we've got a free man on the crease here for the Mustangs, but they don't get to it in time.
Cal Poly gets back in that 1-4-1 look.
As they have been almost all game so far. It'll be Garales to initiate this time on McDonough. Or no, that's Gillespie, sorry, the long stick. Mayer is caught on the crease, and that's a goal. Mayer was caught in front of the cage on Gosselin, and Gosselin was able to make a move and find his man. An early goal for the Mustangs here to start the third, and they retake the lead in a game full of lead changes and swings. 7-6 Mustangs.
Textbook offense there. What's really valuable from the 1-4-1, it makes it very easy to get it to the backside, right? It really only takes a pass or two to really flip sides of the field when you have that offense spread out. And Cal Poly, great sticks on the offense, very clean passing, as you're seeing, very quick offense.
That's right. I think that's number 3, Dominic Tragesser with the goal. Stoddard's won that one clean. And like Nick says, a big win.
Big win. Lowers his shoulder, gets it to Cook, and hustles off. Great play by 26. It looks like he's going to stay on.
DeGroat hustling off to make way for Rosberg. And there comes Stoddard. But Cook's got a step here. Didn't see any options, though.
Good show by number 12, Lusugo, senior defenseman.
And he bailed his other teammate out there who had lost a step in the transitory phase. Lombardo driving with his left. Uses the ghost pick from Cook, but the ball is lost at the feet of Bellas. Bears hawking around the ball, and it's going to be Dixon who comes up with it again.
Vacuum.
He is menacing with the ball on the ground, Dixon. He can just suck it up, like you said. And there's a good pass into Pistotnik, but the check is right there. He loses the stick. Ball's on the ground.
That's number 23, Ben Smith, senior defensive midi.
And a good overpass there to the Cal Poly pull, Jack Tunney.
And there's Smith again.
5 seconds to cross here. Ball is across, but it's also on the ground. A hold there, it has to be, uncalled.
Wow.
And a corkscrew check of sorts has freed it up for the Bears. Ball almost doesn't lie in that situation. A clear Bears stick was being held. And Mayer drives the ball up the far side. He should have an easy outlet pass here, which he
bounce pass.
Somewhat unnecessarily bounce passes, but it works out in their favor.
Bears in a 3-1-2 here. Going to look to initiate from up top with Rosberg. Move through X here.
It's a drive from Cook again. He's got Rosberg, but he's fading away. Could have had a shot opportunity if he stepped into it. Pistotnik looks low to Lombardo.
Lombardo's got a shorty.
He does. He'll size him up from behind. Spins, draws the slide. Onto Rosberg. Caught off balance a bit. He will drive, though, and take a shot. That's into the side of the net, I believe. And Epstein will pick it up.
That's what we call a mom goal back home.
Some muted cheers from the Cal stands. Not too many, thankfully. Cal Poly clears in time. Some good. Cal Poly was turning the ball a bit over on the ride early, but since have seemed to figure things out. And another opportunity for them to settle into the offense here and continue to control that ball.
Pretty good offense there by the Cal Golden Bears. Would like to see, would like to see them working a little bit harder, passing on the good shot for the great shot. So just keeping that movement going until,
Corrales has lost it, but well kept over the line. Maybe, perhaps not, and that's an over-the-back violation off just an uncharacteristic miscue by Corrales. Earlier in possession, Zach Shore had a great closeout on what appeared to be a shot opportunity the Mustangs had to pass up. So turnover there.
And that's number 8, Sean Tran, sophomore attackman. On the field, number 8. Very crafty attackman around the crease. Good find. Wow.
That's a great offensive sequence by the Bears.
That's what they want. They want number 7.
And that's Lombardo. Yep, a doorstep goal there. And we're tied at 7 again.
Immediate production from number 8, Sean Tran, finding Lombardo on the crease. Instant ROI. Return on investment by number 8, Sean Tran.
Another all-important face-off here. Stoddard's won the draw. He's got the ground ball. He's got
interesting
Cal Poly men from all sides collapsing on him.
Ooh, we're getting a little chippy there.
Extracurriculars there as Stoddard takes a blow to the head, it appears. And it's drawn the flag from the officials. Cal's going to go on the man up with a free clear, too. And he's immediately off onto the sideline with his helmet off and onto the ground. So
that does not look good for
I know
number
he
26.
missed last weekend with a concussion, so some ominous signs there for Kit Stoddard. Hopefully he's all right. We'll keep you posted. I think he might have just had the wind knocked out of him there, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's come back to his feet, adjusting the pads, drinking some water.
Scary said at first, but he just needed some air, it appears.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up to his feet, and so is Cal on the man-up offense here.
Good time to shout out Cal Bear's excellent physical trainer and chief medical officer, Camille. She's been with the program for, I think, 4 years now.
Sometime, yes.
Making sure players
cares
are
about
healthy.
our players for sure.
Yeah, healthy and have quick returns post-injury.
Moving the ball well here, Cal. No shots yet.
Cal in a 3-3 here.
A long time to shoot.
Ooh, there's that lefty shot from Bellis.
It's gone
tipped.
wide. A whole 80 seconds still in the penalty. Pistotnik now. Belash to Dixon. He scores.
Great look.
Belash knew where he was going with the ball before he even caught it. And it was a quick pass to Dixon, who was even quicker with the shot, and he bounced it right past Epstein. And Cal takes their first lead for a while, 8-7.
That's always a tough shot, receiving a pass from up top and quickly turning toward the goal. You're not really sure exactly where the goal is, especially if you've been moving on the crease. But Matt Dixon able to find it there with the bounce shot.
So Cal Poly will have to go to the faceoff X man down, as that penalty on them for the hit on Stoddard is ruled unreleasable. And a whole minute 7 remains for the Bears to play man up here. They could really take advantage of this if they win this faceoff. A huge chance for Cal Poly to kill some time with the win. And a hold called on Cal Poly, so the Bears will maintain possession here. A chance for Cal to get some breathing room in what has been a tight game so far here in Berkeley.
Little hidden ball trick up top. Does not fool the Mustang defense.
Might have fooled a few others, but not Cal Poly. Jake Pistotnik now moves it. That's Tran, and his speculative effort is saved.
Correction, number 2, Miles Rosberg with the shot.
Right, Rosberg. And the ride is well played by Dixon. Ball's on the ground, almost DB'd that one. Saw the ball was coming and checked stick as a result. And it's resulted in a turnover.
That's freshman defenseman Ryan McAvoy, who's on the field now, number 25.
A step down by Belash, and he's buried it right above the left shoulder of Gillespie. Once again, second time he's gone to that part of the net. And Cal does get that breathing room I talked about. 9-7 Bears now, 7 left in the third.
Well, Taylor, I said it earlier, Michael Bellis with an absolute tremendous lefty shot really unveiled it there for the crowd.
Yeah, that's an angle he will be shooting from every time, and probably to that spot every time. And it's one he's going to shoot a very high percentage from as well.
Penalty has been released.
At long last for the Mustangs, I'm sure. If Cal can win this faceoff here, they can really take a chance to assert their dominance in this game.
Stalled at the X
It's
here
a
between
battle here.
Pistotnik and Brown.
Pistotnik seems to have created the space for himself, but can't come up with it. And it's into the Cal box. It's come out now. Can Pistotnik control for the fast break? He can. Man on him, though. A bounce pass. Well corralled
Sean Tran.
by Sean Tran.
Great stick protection there.
That's some great play by Bears to keep possession. Lombardo sneaking around X.
Tran's got a shorty. Let's see if he takes him behind.
Lopez enters the field for Cal. A double coming from Cal Poly, and a great hit put on by the Mustangs on the pass by Lombardo once he's doubled. And they have some transition opportunity here. Cal Poly looking to run. They've got their attackman coming from around up top. Finds 19. His shot low on the bounce is saved by Beatty.
That's 19 Ben Biggers on the shot. Junior midfielder. Good save there by Beatty.
That's right. Mayer comes with the ground ball, finds Beatty, and who
Up
has
to
released McAvoy.
Good find.
And a good look over to Cameron Lopez.
Well, it seems that the Bears have had an answer to this possession battle that in the first half was clearly won by Cal Poly. It looks like they've been controlling the ball thus far in the second half.
That's right.
You know,
Mostly due to their newfound success at the faceoff X.
That's going to make Webster happy.
Lopez is in some space up high.
Here's Tran.
Now Tran.
Very shifty around the crease. Like I said, he's not going to be the quickest dodger, but definitely slippery.
Double coming on him.
Ooh,
He's
they're
gone to
gonna
ground.
call it. Yep.
Can he hide the stick? He's drawn a flag at the very least.
Can the Cal Bears get a free possession here?
Guess
And
who
they
that
can.
is with the ball? That's Brendan Cook.
Wouldn't be surprised to see if he goes to the goal here. He loves that left side. They send the double early. Now he's got a shorty.
I think he just realized that, and he's barreling towards him again. His shot under pressure is well wide and picked up by Cal Poly to cause the stoppage. Some disagreement voiced from the Cal Poly side, but the call will stand.
And that's why they're in the crowd and not on the field, Taylor.
Or on the sideline, yeah. 30-second penalty here on the Mustangs. And the EMO, which has been quite successful so far today for the Bears, steps back onto the field. Pistotnik with it.
Looks like they're going to start in a 2-3-1.
Sorry, Rosberg will have it.
Will they roll into their typical 3-3, or are they going to keep Jake Lombardo behind? We'll see if he looks to push aside.
They're going quick, as they should. Pistotnik just has one. And Bellas reacts quickly enough to maintain possession.
Stays with the Bears.
Have to wait for the ball to be cleared off the field. 15 left now. Rosberg. Cal may wait this one out. No, they do have Lombardo close. And he tucks it away from a doorstep angle again. Cal on a run here. They're up 10-7. I think that's 4 unanswered for the Bears. Some of them coming up on the man-up opportunities. And a great third quarter so far for the Cal offense.
Damaging penalties for Cal Poly.
They will hurt for sure, especially since they were almost out of the thick of it on that one. Penalty releasing just as the Bears found the net. (10-7) now, 4 in the third. And a much-needed face-off win here for the Mustangs.
Loose ball push there on Stoddard.
Gillespie hounding the Cal Poly midfielder.
And that's number 34, Ryan Flaherty, freshman midfielder.
It is settled. Let's see if they get into that 1-4-1 that's been successful for them so far today. It appears so.
Senior midfielder Mitch Strickney with the ball, number 18.
Taking a chance to let their defensemen breathe, I'm sure. They've been under some deep pressure this third. And the Cal bench senses the opportunities present here on the defensive side of the ball, and a good check on the crease as they look to feed it in there to number 19, Ben Biggers. 18 to shoot here for the Mustangs. And they'll go right away on McDonough. Shows him to the side well, and it's well checked. A good trail check there. And we've got a step in the crease on Cal Poly. It's going to go away with the Bears, which is welcome sight because several Cal defensemen were sprawled across the floor and unable to participate in the defense had Cal Poly maintained there. McDonough needs options. 3 seconds now. And not caught by Gillespie. That's one that will frustrate Coach Webster there. And Cal Poly's going to get the ball back here and is looking for a chance to cut into this lead before the end of the third. Corrales has been so pivotal for Cal Poly in the first half. He's barely sniffed the ball this third quarter. Some great halftime adjustments by the Bears, and as well, they've maintained the ball much better this half too.
Looks like Coach Young has put number 44, Zach Shore, on Corrales.
Galeev is leveled by Dixon there. And Dixon's come up with the ground ball. Fantastic recognition by the defensive midfielder to catch his man off balance. But the Bears' clear is thwarted. Galeev again. This time guarded by McDonough, whose wrap check catches stick but does not dislodge the ball. And a shot here, and that's Corrales going low. And he's found his way back into it.
Not a whole lot of room there.
Not much at all.
With Corrales, his hands weren't completely free, but still able to get that shot off. That's a true testament to his ability as a great shooter in this league to still kind of shoot through pressure as coaches will always teach you to do. A great example of it there.
Yeah, he had to launch from a low angle there, and it was no problem to him. He worm burned that one right past Beatty. 10-8. That's his 5th of the day. Safe to say Cal Poly is excited to welcome back into the fray this season. Cleanly won. In a minute 10 now. Shot clock off. It's back into that same 1-4-1 we've seen all game. And the wing dodge on McDonough. Draws the slide from DeGroat. Ball's free, and it's Beatty's. So a stop there with Cal with 30 to go. Dixon has it. Go ahead.
You said it yourself, Taylor. Great halftime adjustments from the Cal Bears defense. Not losing their men on the crease. It looks like they've really figured out kind of the rotations that Cal Poly Mustangs are looking to do.
Cal wants a shot here, and Pistotnik's put it high and wide. 14 to play in this quarter. Lombardo will initiate. Shirley looking to feed. Rosberg sprinting on. And he's got him. Just missed. It was Rosberg on a dead sprint straight from the box, who had a chance to score there. And Pistotnik with an acrobatic catch and redirect towards the cage, but it is saved by Epstein, and that's going to end the quarter. Cal with some good chances there to take another goal into the end of the quarter, but well stopped by Epstein. We finished 3 here, 10-8 Bears as we head into the 4th. We've got a good one on our hands here. We'll be back shortly. Here we go on the start of the fourth quarter now. 10-8 Cal in this matchup between two of the WCLL's best.
I don't know, Taylor. I've just got a feeling this one's going to come down to the wire. Keep close eye, everybody.
It almost always does between these two teams. Cal Poly, another win off the face.
And that's freshman Micah Grimm on defense, number 19. He's seen a lot of the field today. Him and Rusty McDonough being the two D middies.
He's taking the ball from very high up, and he's been passed. And a great look in again to Garales. Had two men on him, did not stop him from making that catch and putting that effort towards Cage. And a free, number 3 has creeped in and set a screen. Josh Chen rushing to him, and a great feed again.
Guess who?
And it's Garales for his 6th of the afternoon for the Cal Poly Mustangs. And again, he did not need much space at all to tuck that one away. Another great look by his fellow Cal attackman.
Starting with two-man game behind, a pick and roll play, and then finding Garales on the opposite side of the crease.
And Cal's 3-goal lead is now cut back to 1. Quickly, only 49 seconds for Cal Poly to score so far.
From what I saw, that was pretty good defense from the Cal Bears. The Mustangs just making pretty impressive passes and catches there, right where they need to be.
There is not a lot of space for them to execute, and they're just being perfect with it. Bears could probably be a bit better checking on the hands of their men on the crease, but that's just some Max McCone-esque type crease play there by Garales.
Yes, former legend, if you may, Cal Lacrosse attackman out of Novato, California, up in North Bay.
Hopefully watching from the Richmond district of San Francisco today. It's Cal Poly's ball again. They do not seem to want to go at McDonough anymore, I'll say that. Santa Barbara had no success against him last weekend, too. And that's thrown away there by Stickney. A big turnover and a possession Cal Poly could have gone level in. McDonough clears it easily to Rosberg, and Cal will control. It's that same trio of attackmen we've had all day.
We've got Sean Tran in, number 8. Jake Lombardo, number 7, and Jake Postotnik, 16. All very dangerous. And the first line middies in. Let's see.
Rosberg drifting around the top. He's got Cook coming in, and he scored. Just a well-placed shot by Rosberg after a double by the Cal Poly Mustangs, but it did not matter. Rosberg tucks it away past Epstein, and the Bears reclaim a 2-goal lead here. 12:30 to go. Just a well-placed shot by Rosberg, and it's able to pass Epstein.
Nice jump shot there from Rosberg. Changing planes, high to low. Great shot, great individual effort there.
Bears 11 goals on 23 shots today. That is a much improved stat over what they had last weekend. I believe it's Postotnik out on the face this time. And Cal Poly moves early.
Just going back real quickly to that trio of attackmen, the fourth as well. They rotate 4. A lot of their success can be attributed to attackman coach Joel Darashinsky. He's been with the program now for 2 years. A great player in his own day. really teaching these attackmen tricks of the trade.
Cal Poly on the clear. They do have their man in number 6, Nick Sando. Sando will look to go right away. He may have a man across the field. A check is warned by that Cal Poly midfielder, but saved well by Beatty. And Dixon splits 2 men again and cheekily throws that one across field and clears it via McDonough. Another just shifty move by Matt Dixon.
And that's 32 Jack Ronan.
That's right. Thought it was McDonough. Was not. DeGroat is lingering out there, probably trying to draw his man away from the play.
Cook's got his left. Wow.
And Cal's playing 5v5 because DeGroat's floated high, and it's created enough space for Pistotnik to bury one in the bottom left. I mean, if they're going to lock DeGroat like that, Cal will be happy to play 5v5 and create more space. That's going to give, was that Cameron Lopez, or was it Pistotnik who had the room to shoot?
That was Cook, Brendan Cook to Jake Pistotnik up top with the goal.
And a 3-goal lead is restored for Cal.
You give 16 an inch, he'll take a mile.
That's right.
And Cook, once again, facilitating from X, drawing that slide almost instantaneously. Instant offense is what they call him in the coach's room. Stotnik with the face-off win.
Lopez gets that ball to Lombardo, though through the not preferred route. And Cal will set it up. They'll be in no hurry. 60 to shoot. Ronan finds his way back onto the field along with Keeney. It'll be Lopez. Draws the double, but it throws it away when trying to swing it via Keeney, and Cal's lost the ball. Good offense was awaiting if Lopez was able to move that. He had drawn the double team, but just unable to execute.
I'd like to see Lopez go down the alley there. Ball got swung from up top, and it seemed as if he dodged back into kind of where the defense was coming from. Love to see him go down the alley there and move it through X, just really forcing the defense to slide a little bit and recover a little bit further.
McDonough defending, draws the slide from Chen. And they'll move it high. Dodging on Grimm now. And it's thrown away again. The second turnover really unforced by Cal this quarter. But they'll take it. And a drop ride really by Cal Poly. And Dixon will hustle it over easily. Cook now. And Cal will get their men on. As we come up on 9 to play today. And Cook had Lombardo again. He just couldn't quite finish it off. Ground ball's free now. Almost every jersey on the right side of the field is in on this action. We've got an illegal procedure. We'll stay with the Bears. And a cheap flag drawn out of almost nothing by Cal.
Cal Poly side not happy with that call.
Not at all. And Cal will play knowing they have a man-up opportunity awaits if they don't convert here.
I want to highlight kind of what that penalty is really coming from, and that's number 8, Sean Tran's ability to protect his stick really at all costs. Very rarely do you see Sean Tran losing to a stick check, and that's just due to his stick protection. What that really produces are a lot of those more dangerous checks that more times than not are called as penalties. So great stick protection. Number 8.
His stick now is Matt Dixon, who's trying to kill some time there, but a pass over to Lombardo is picked off, and Cal Poly is finally able to send this into the man-up opportunity the Bears will get. Slash is the call, as expected. That's on 33, Jack Tunney. Pistotnik will relay the play to his teammates.
I would expect to see the Cal Bears take most of this penalty, wanting to kill some clock here. Obviously, with the end goal of having a good shot. Wouldn't be surprised if the Bears take their time here.
Don't want to just start holding onto the lead just yet, though. Don't want to convert from this. Dixon to Bellas, now Lombardo. Expect to see the movement start soon. Some chatter between the Cal and Cal Poly sidelines coming through the microphones there, and Pistotnik now into Dixon. 4 to shoot. They found Cook, who's dished it, and that's a step-down opportunity for Pistotnik. It's saved well by Epstein.
Good placement there with Pistotnik's shot on the off hip, but great save by number 1 Epstein.
Really, Cal gets what they want out of that penalty. A good opportunity for Pistotnik to score, but even when he doesn't, they maintain possession here, and they get a fresh clock to work with. It'll be Pistotnik again. This time he scores, and it's a 4-goal lead, the biggest lead of the day for Cal. 13-9 with 6:30 remaining.
Virtually an identical shot from Pistotnik. He learned from the first time. Let's put it even more low and away.
Probably some wear and tear on that Cal Poly D after a long stand, and Cal's beginning to impose their will here. And now the Bears can start looking at that clock with a 4-goal lead with 6:30 remaining. They'll want to add more, but time is beginning to be on their side. Cal Poly will lock both wings here. And a huge face-off for them coming up.
Oh, man,
that's the 3rd violation of the day for Cal Poly. That's a flag.
Exactly what you don't want if you're the Cal Poly sideline.
Absolute worst-case scenario. Lose the face-off, go man down, and lose clock here for Cal Poly. That's going to cost them.
Do you know the minutes on that violation, Taylor? As in how long the penalty will be, and it's going to be just 30 seconds.
30 seconds for a 3-time face-off violation. Cal might just take all of this. Here comes the movement. Dixon cutting across. Now Pistotnik has a man on his hands. Turns back. He might go to Lombardo. No. Ball's on the ground here. That's not a great sequence for the Bears as Cal Poly comes up with it. Penalty is releasing now. We'll want to watch Gorales coming in from the box because he might find himself in some space here. Cal Poly needs to go, and they need to go quickly. 4-goal lead, 5:40 to play, but they will settle. Stickney now driving down the left crease, or alley, and his shot just goes high. Will stay on this side. Right back at Josh Chen, the Mustangs go. And his shot's bounced off a Cal defender there. And it's free to play. Gorales will go up against Mayer for it.
Max Scott also in there.
Cal Poly possesses out of it, but throws it away. Thrown at the feet of the Cal Poly midfielder, and it's not going to work out for them on this possession. And Cal loses it out of the restart on a long pass over the field. And that is a head-scratcher.
Yeah, Bellis, Michael Bellis, offensive midi, was there on that slide. Terrific slide. May have been a little tired after that defensive stand. Didn't see that one.
That's a precious opportunity to possess the ball squandered there.
Gorales has McDonough behind. He's going to go at him.
Gorales needs to find his way back in and is really trying to find a way back in with that shot. And a hustle for the ball is going to be ruled to be won by Cal Poly. And they'll go quickly. It's back to Biggers. And the crease pass is caught, but it's well saved by Nick Beatty. Clock will reset, but Cal Poly doesn't care much for it. They need to get going. 3:50 to play. Driving now on DeGroat, well defended, and intercepted by Beatty.
Beatty coming out of the crease.
Fantastic read by the Cal goalie.
To pick that one off. I'm sure he's learned that from former Cal Lacrosse goalie Albert Schmickel. Was a classic move he would pull in practice and games. Very strategic and skilled at leaving the crease, and it's definitely rubbed off on junior goalie Nick Beatty.
That is a hammer blow to Cal Poly's hopes in this game. An absolutely fantastic read by Beatty there to get the ball going back Cal's way. And
it'll be interesting to see if
they have a chance here. DeGroat tucks it away while Cal Poly attempts to apply the pressure. And just because he has a pull now does not mean that man can't stop scoring. It's Nate DeGroat, and he's back on the score sheet this year as a long stick midi. 14-9 Bears, and 3 to play. Just a little bit of a lax defensive effort there by whoever was guarding DeGroat, and he has the skills to score with any type of stick.
DeGroat not one to get overly excited or celebratory after a goal.
No.
He looks like he's been there before, and he has. As a short stick, that is.
Job almost done here for Cal, who have played a great second half so far. And a big face-off coming here, as they all are, really. And Pistotnik looks like he'll win it.
Cal offense going to pump the brakes here.
No pressure applied yet. They'll be happy to hang around for the duration of this shot clock. But they might have walked into a double team here. Lombardo is able to escape.
See if the Mustangs pull the goalie at any time to induce a double team. Looks like they may be thinking about it.
They should quite soon here, given the deficit and the time. Lombardo, no stranger to this type of pressure. Here comes the double.
Yeah,
and somewhat walked into, really.
I'm not sure what I want to bring my defender to the ball with a pick.
Matt Keeney in that sort of situation probably wants to keep his man away from the ball rather than guide him towards it. But
and great coaching moment there.
Right.
I think Jake Lombardo is telling him kind of what he thinks and what he wants when he has the ball in that situation. Leader in his own right. Jake Lombardo, number 7, on that attack. So just bestowing some knowledge on the sophomore midi.
Wouldn't be surprised if Cal Poly comes out of this in the double team with the goalie out of the cage. So Webster will be instructing whoever he finds to be his most shifty player to start with the ball and hopefully run with it for miles and throw it into a safe spot once he can hold it no more. 2:10 remaining, 14-9 lead for Cal. And Cal smells it.
Looks like it may be Dixon on the ball. Or
wouldn't be surprised.
Yep. It will be Dixon.
And 2 defensemen do loom 5 yards away for him. Goal is empty.
Wouldn't be surprised if Dixon gets in trouble and dumps it in a corner.
He's trying to run around that corner to start, and he makes it. Hit coming, but he's finagled his way through. And that's exactly why you can see Coach Webster gave him the ball there in that situation. He's wasted valuable seconds here. Under 2 minutes now, and Lombardo only has 1 on him. Goalie's back in his cage.
12 seconds on the shot clock. Would love to see this end in a shot.
I don't know if Cal cares enough to make that happen.
Looks like
3, and probably not where you want to put the ball as the clock expires, but
yeah, I agree with you there, Taylor.
Now Cal Poly will have a go at Zach Shore.
Seems like he'd want to just dump it
to the
in
corner.
the corner.
Yeah. Learning opportunity there, but Cal has the ball, and I believe a flag is going to be called against them there, which is probably not what you want to see, a chance for a dead ball opportunity for Cal Poly to score quickly. But it is still a 5-goal lead with only 75 seconds to play, so they need goals, and they need them fast. Do the Mustangs. Corrales positioned top middle. And it is Corrales, and he will shoot, and he scores again. Almost inevitable once he catches it. It almost doesn't matter the range. He is on fire today. He likes playing in this stadium. The deficit's trimmed to 4 with 60 to play.
Is that number 7 on the day for Corrales?
I believe so.
Incredible.
An incredible effort on his return to the MCLA, yeah. Still in need of a miracle, though, are the Mustangs to get anything out of this game. Pistonik's just going to lock him up. And it's well won by the Cal captain, Jake Pistonik. Now McDonough, and Cal can probably see this one out here. 40 to play. McDonough's just going to move it along and head into the corner. Not even sure Cal Poly will oppose this. The goalie is out. Double coming.
Senior midfielder number 36, Stuart Jennings, has entered the field.
Love to see Stu out there. And it's a timeout called by Cal, I think, probably to get another shot at playing this type of situation late in the game, early in the season. Cal next weekend heads down to Los Angeles, where they have a tough 2 games to play. First in Orange, California against the Chapman, number 1 ranked team Chapman, and then in LA at UCLA on Saturday versus Arizona State. So 2 tough games down in LA will continue this important early season stretch for Cal.
Yeah, 2 historically very strong programs, both Chapman and Arizona State. Coach Webster is always one to stack his out-of-league, non-conference schedule with some tough opponents, really prepping the team for the long journey ahead, and potentially some teams they may see.
That's right.
And
truth be told, they will probably be seeing this Cal Poly team again on their journey to the national championships tournament, hopefully this year. But today on the afternoon, it is final, and it is a huge win for Cal early in the season, 14-10 over their arch rival Cal Poly. Cal goes to 2-0 in conference. Cal Poly drops their home opener against their divisional arch rival. Thank you for joining us today in the booth. I was Taylor Chadwick, joined by Nick Sheehan. A big win for the Bears.